Hey everybody, Pat Blocker here with the Peaceful Pause Method. Thanks for joining me today, where we're going to talk about how to listen to your dog's emotional needs. We always focus on meeting our dog's physical needs. We provide food and water and shelter and exercise, but their emotional well-being is also something we want to think about. It's very important. Uh, Dogs, like us, experience a wide range of emotions. Uh, they can range from joy and excitement to stress and anxiety. So, if we learn to recognize these emotional needs and respond to them, we can certainly build a deeper and more trusting bond with them. And we can also help them to feel heard, to feel understood. Dogs communicate primarily through body language and also with energy and vocalizations, of course. So by paying attention to their signals, we can better understand what they need and how they're feeling in different situations. I think we know most of the signs of a happy and relaxed dog. A loose body posture with a wagging tail. A wagging tail isn't always a happy dog. However, if I like to say it's a whole body wag. If you think of that happy Labrador retriever that his whole body is wagging, that's a relaxed and happy dog. A happy and relaxed dog will have a very soft face. Their eyes will be soft. Their face will be relaxed. And oftentimes their tongue is lolling. That they can do, I see this a lot with my dogs, that when they're happy is they'll do play bows, which you've probably seen your dog do that, where they put their front paws down and their hind end is up in the air. And that's usually an invitation to play, and it just shows that they're happy. In another context, it could mean something different, but if they're relaxed and you want to look at the rest of the dog too, to see what the rest of the dog is doing and what their body is saying. So, and when they're content, they're going to have a calm and steady breathing pattern. You're just going to see kind of an overall relaxed body. You're not going to see stiffness. You're not going to see a furrowed brow. So I want to talk about stress and anxiety. We can have displaced behaviors like yawning. If you're at the vet's office and your dog isn't crazy about going to see the doctor, and you're in the waiting room and you're seeing them yawn and you're going, well, gosh, they shouldn't be tired. Well, they're not tired. Yawning can be a sign of stress. Also, lip licking, where you see the tongue come out, and it might just come out a little bit, or it might come out and lick their nose. That can be a sign of stress. Excessive sniffing can also be a sign of stress, especially when it's out of context. And it can be an appeasement behavior to another dog. But like I saw back when I had the three amigos, I had three male dogs, and my German Shepherd named Jude was playing they were all three playing, and all of a sudden I saw Jude just go over and intently sniff at the ground, and I thought, well, he's just telling the other guys, like, okay, there's something over here. Just a minute, I need to go sniff. And so he was diffusing the situation because it was getting a little out of hand for him, or out of paw. uh, Other signs of stress, you can have the pinned ears, or what I call airplane ears, when the ears are flattened, um, a tucked tail, of course, and if your dog is avoiding eye contact, that can be a sign of stress. They can also be appeasement behaviors, like I talked about with my dog Jude. So, uh, if they're pacing, if they're showing restlessness or excessive panting, that is probably a sign that they're not feeling well, that they're stressed. Whine, and you can also have vocalizations, whining and barking. And if they retreat from a situation, that also can mean that they're stressed and they're feeling anxious. We also have signs of overstimulation and frustration that we want to look for. Jumping, nipping, and mouthing when they're excited, that can be that they're overstimulated and they just need some way to get that energy out. Barking excessively, spinning in circles, those are other signs of overstimulation, or just difficulty settling down after an exciting event. Um, those are all things that we can look for. If we can become fluent in our dog's unique way of expressing their emotions, we can, you can recognize when they're uncomfortable, when they're comfortable, when they need space, when they need support from you, reassurance. So we want to listen beyond the behavior. Dogs don't just communicate through their body language, they also express themselves energetically. If you've ever sensed that your dog is feeling off, just off, there's something is not right, uh, before you noticed any behavioral changes. So that's your intuition, and you want to trust that. And, you were likely picking up on their emotions on a deeper level. So try truly listening to your dog by being present. You can spend some quiet time with them and just observe their natural rhythms without uh, distractions. And just sitting quiet. We call that the peaceful pause, Pause. And, in the morning we have that time. We can have that time anytime throughout the day. Uh, Usually in the morning, we just sit quietly and I talk to them. And I usually ask them what their intentions are for the day, what's on their agenda. And we just have some fun. Uh, but yet we're really exchanging some good and calm energy. If um, if you acknowledge your dog's emotions, if if your dog's anxious, rather than dismissing it or even pushing them through that discomfort, we can offer reassurance and we can give them time to feel safe. A lot of people say, so say if your dog is afraid of thunder, and it's okay to reassure them. Some people think that that's reinforcing the fear. But fear is an emotion, and you cannot reinforce an emotion. You can reinforce behavior. So if your dog were coming to you and um, seeking reassurance, seeking safety, and they were pawing madly at you, yeah, you could reinforce that behavior. But, you know, the dog trainer in me says, let's teach them something that's acceptable for both of you so you can both get your needs met. We want to definitely trust our intuition. If you feel your dog needs a change in routine, maybe more mental stimulation, or maybe the opposite. Maybe they need some extra rest. We want to really pay attention to that inner knowing. Every dog is unique. We want to remember that, but all dogs thrive when their emotions uh, are seen and understood, when their emotional needs are met. So there are some key ways that we can do that. We want to create a sense of safety for our dogs. They need to feel secure in their environment. So if a dog is fearful, then forcing them into uncomfortable situations can certainly increase their distress. So we want to be careful there. Instead, we want to just respect their limits and to help build confidence at their own pace. I do have confidence building exercises that we do with some dogs that are fearful. I have worked with a lot of fearful dogs, and there are certainly ways that we can make them feel more secure. We can also provide routine and predictability because dogs feel emotionally secure when they have a stable routine. Sudden changes, such as a shift in your daily schedule, a new home, these can be very stressful things for your dog. We want to keep a predictable rhythm with meals, and walks, and rest times. Um, it helps them to feel more at ease. Now, I'm not saying that we, like, oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock on the nose, I better feed my dog. Now, I know some dogs who will not let you forget that, and they will come right at 5 o'clock on the nose. But I want my dogs to feel that, okay, even if dinner is a little late, I want them to feel secure in knowing that their dinner is always going to be served to them. So we do try to keep it pretty close. I certainly don't feed them, oh, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. No. We try to stay as close to 5 as possible, but um, anyway, so I kind of wandered off there a little bit. And we also, in order to help meet our dog's emotional needs, um, we want to encourage mental stimulation. Boredom can certainly lead to frustration and anxiety and unwanted behaviors. So we want to offer enrichment activities such as puzzle toys and food dispensing games. I like to take my dogs on what I call a sniffari. Okay, they didn't alert to that. They're right here. Um, and this is, it's their walk. And I just want to remember that. And I want to let them sniff. I want to let them explore. They can choose which direction they want to go, providing it's it's safe, and so that gives them, it empowers them, and it also just lets them be dogs and sniff, because that's what they love to do. We also can do some training exercises that encourage problem solving and learning. So I often tell people, oh, when the weather it doesn't allow for you to go out on your normal walk, then hey, let's teach them a new trick, and that will keep their minds stimulated. We do want to have respect for dogs' social needs. Some dogs love meeting new people and dogs, and others prefer uh, a smaller social circle. Some dogs are asocial as well. So we really want to understand what their social needs are, what their preferences are, and just to set up positive interactions without overwhelming them. We want to definitely offer opportunities for choice. This is a big one for me. Choice just is so empowering for dogs, and it really helps them to feel more confident. So to let them choose which direction they want to go on the walk, whether or not they want to engage with another dog or person, um, when they want to take a break from play. This just really gives them a sense of control over their environment, and it can be quite empowering for them and confidence building. So, you know, these are ways that we can certainly deepen our connection with our dogs. When we listen to our dogs and really open up our hearts and our intuitive mind, we can just create a relationship that's built on trust and understanding. Recognizing their emotional cues and respecting their boundaries and meeting their needs, that will all help to keep them safe and balanced and heard. They feel like they're heard, and that's really important to their emotional well-being. So with the peaceful pause method, I just really believe in strengthening that human canine bond, and we do it through empathy, communication, and really a deeper understanding of behavior. So when we listen to our dogs, not just with their barks, but to their emotions, we can transform our lives and theirs. So if you'd like to know more about this, if you would like to get some training and some consultation for you and your dog, you can email me, pat@peacefulpaws.net, and you can find my website at www.peacefulpaws.net, and you can just find out everything you want to find out about dogs. So I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did enjoy uh, making it for you, and I want to send out lots of pets to your dogs and lots of love to you all. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.